will refresh me as to what they are, I'll be glad to explain them. I'm not sure what the list had on it other than binging.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's what we were talking about earlier, how we feel about ourselves at the moment, our amount of self-love and self-hatred that we're holding, feeling balanced in relationships, feeling disconnected, environment, what's going on in our bodies, physical things, hormones, and you even brought up seasons of the year and our cellular level. So those are pretty, and how tired and stressed. And you brought that up too, tired and stressed, and I've been hearing that a lot lately, feeling not getting enough sleep and having cravings that aren't even about food, but we use food to take care of them. And so those are the kind of things.
I think most of that list is self-explanatory, but I'd like to say a little bit about the sleep portion because people aren't aware of this. You know, right now, people are amazingly stressed, and part of that is because of the economy. People are more worried. There's a lot of fear right now, and people, as they become more stressed, they aren't sleeping very well. And as a matter of fact, there's been a 47% increase in people reporting that they don't sleep and buying over-the-counter sleep medications. So let me just explain something about sleep as it regards eating. When we don't get an appropriate amount of rest and really good sleep, good quality sleep, our bodies produce excess ghrelin. And ghrelin is a hormone that causes hunger. So we have this hormone that causes hunger flooding through our bodies in excess. And at the same time, our bodies stop producing the hormone leptin, or at least decrease the amount of leptin. And leptin is the satiation hormone. It's the hormone that tells us when we've had enough. So here we are. We're exhausted to begin with.
Wow.
Our bodies are flooding with cortisol, the stress hormone that makes us hungrier. Then the ghrelin is increasing our appetite, and the leptin, which should be telling us we've had enough and we're satisfied, isn't doing the job. So it's a really, really major component of weight loss, the component of weight gain, or certainly the inability to lose weight. So staying hydrated, getting good sleep, and some exercise is very, very, very important. If you don't manage your stress in those ways, then you have a much, much more difficult time trying to eat in a healthy, loving way.
Do you have any quick answers for like people who have a difficult time sleeping, who maybe have a hard time falling asleep or wake up for long times in the night?
Sure. A couple of things. First of all, you need to make sure your bed is comfortable, you have a good mattress. You need to make sure that you have a pillow that is really good for you. I have to use a down pillow. If I don't have a down pillow, I'll get a stiff neck in the morning and I don't sleep well. So make sure that your bed linens are comfortable. Make sure your room is completely dark. You don't want to have any light coming in because when you're in the dark, then your body produces melatonin, and melatonin will help you to sleep. You can also buy supplemental melatonin at a health food store. That's one thing. You can have a cup of chamomile tea about a half an hour before bed. Some people do believe in warm milk. I've never used that, but some people say that helps them. There are some herbs that can be used, and I would ask at a health food store, valerian would be one of those. I believe passion flower. But there's also an amazing product that I'd like your listeners to know about, and it's part of the Bach, that's B-A-C-H, Flower Remedies, and it's called Rescue Sleep. Many people have heard of Rescue Remedy, which is really popular right now because it helps you calm down when you're stressed, and Rescue Sleep helps you to stop those obsessive thoughts that may be going around and around in your mind, and helps your body to relax so that you can either fall asleep to begin with or go back to sleep if you wake up in the middle of the night. So those are two blends that the company Bach Flowers makes, and they're very, very highly effective.
Well,
I keep Rescue Sleep on my nightstand. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to just put in a plug for Bach Flowers because you sent me some of their essential essences, and they really are very impressive. So that's something I would really try, and I think you can get those at from their website, which is not affiliated with you. But do you know that website?
I think you can just go to, well, you know where people should go, really, to the emotionaleatinghelp.org. That's the best place to go, particularly if you're interested in learning ways to stop emotional eating. You know, Bach just came out with an emotional eating support kit. Did I send you one of those, Sherry?
Yes, you did, and I'm very pleased to have it.
Yeah.
I've used it almost all up.
Well, you can replace those 3 essences at hopefully any health food store. Out here on the East Coast, I know Whole Foods carries them, and I think Whole Foods is all over the country, though I'm not sure. But in the emotional eating kit, there are 3 different remedies. Okay. And I did a little study. It was just an informal thing with 12 participants about a year and a half ago. And I gave them each of the 3 essences, and I'll tell you what those are. Essences or remedies, they're called. I'll tell you what those are in a minute. But what I did was I gave all 12 of these participants the 3 remedies that are part of the emotional eating kit. And I instructed them to take 2 drops of each of those remedies 4 times a day. And that's all I instructed them to do. And I asked them, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious do you think your overeating issues are? And all of them said between 8.5 and 10. And then, as the study went on, it was just 6 weeks long, I asked them again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious would you say your overeating issues are? And by the end of the 6 weeks, all 12, and this amazed me, I have to tell you, all 12 said between 0 and 2. So that was a phenomenal result. And these are people that didn't even know what they were taking. They don't know each other. They didn't know me. They were random sample, and it was an amazing result. Now, the study will never be written up because it was so small. It was just 12 people. But it certainly was an amazing result from my perspective. So the 3 essences, or remedies, I use those interchangeably, are crabapple and chestnut bud and cherry plum. And if you use a couple of drops of crabapple 4 times a day, it helps you learn to like your body, to love your body actually, and appreciate your body. And then the cherry plum helps you to feel in control. So if you do eat a cookie or 2, you don't feel afraid that you're going to eat 100 of them. So it helps you with self-control. And then the chestnut bud helps you to learn from your mistakes. So you don't keep going and doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, which is the definition of insanity, by the way.